Rabbi Yehuda Hanassi said, reflect on these three things and you will never come to do a sin. Know what's above you, an eye that sees, an ear that hears, and all your deeds are recorded in the book. Because just like it is the human nature that when one violates or does something wrong, you'll do it in private, not in public, because you don't want to get embarrassed. And the same is true if we have this awareness that God is always present and watching us, we will then refrain from doing a sin. There's also a positive interpretation into this Mishnah, and that is, if one wishes to acquire an eye that sees and perceives the godly reality, and ears that can sense godliness, then make sure that all your deeds follow what's written in the book. Which means that if one fulfills all the mitzvahs of the Torah, you will then be able to sense the godly light. But the question is, many of us do mitzvahs and we don't really sense godliness. Chassidus explains that when one studies Torah and does a mitzvah, you are now connecting to God with a very, very strong bond. Because Torah is God's wisdom. And when one studies Torah, so then your mind and God's mind, so to speak, are being unified with an absolute unity. And you draw down the godly light on your soul. And when performing a mitzvah is the essential will of God. And when one performs a mitzvah, God's will is being expressed through you. And by doing that, you create a tremendous bond and connection with God. So if we reflect this idea every day before we study Torah and perform a mitzvah, that through Torah and mitzvahs we actually become one, unified with God Himself, that will create a tremendous joy and love in our heart to God. And by doing that, we will sense the godly light in our heart. Have a wonderful day.